Hey everyone, welcome to Code Harmony. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem ID 2966. Divide array into arrays with maximum difference. This problem has been asked in Google, Amazon and Salesforce recently, and it is based on greedy approach. It is marked as medium, but it is going to be very easy to understand. Let's start to have a look on the problem statement first. You are given an integer array nums of size n, where n is a multiple of 3. This nums array is given to us, which is a multiple of 3. So the size of this array is going to be something like this, 3 into n. And apart from that, a positive integer k. This positive integer k is also given. Now divide the array nums into n by 3 arrays of size 3, satisfying the following condition. We have to divide this array into arrays of size 3. That we can do, because this array is of size 3 into n. So we can divide this array into n arrays of size 3. And the condition should be followed is something like this. The difference between any two elements in one array is less than or equal to k. Let's say if I pick this array, elements are 3 in this array. And the difference between any two element a and b should be less than or equal to k. This is something expected from us in the problem statement. Difference between any two elements should be less than or equal to k. Okay, so this is given, and this operation is something expected from our side. And what do we have to return? Return 2D array containing the arrays. Okay, so all of these items are array, so it's a 2D array. That is something we have to return. If we are able to form this array, which is 2D array which is satisfying this condition, then just return whatever we have formed. Otherwise, if let's say we are not able to convert this array to any valid 2D array, in that case return an empty array. Okay, so it's already given the problem statement, return an empty array. Now this is the problem statement. So we are given integer array nums, and we have to divide this array into arrays of size 3, where every array of size 3 should satisfy this condition, that difference between any two pair is less than or equal to k. If we are able to form this 2D array, then return this 2D array, otherwise return an empty array. So let's say for this example, k value is 2. So we have to form pairs in such a way that difference between any two pair should be less than or equal to k. Now one thing is that we have to create arrays of size 3, which is already given in the problem statement. Now let's say I have created this array into this 2D array, where difference delta between any two element in any of the array should be less than or equal to k. Let's say if I pick this array 1 1 3 1 1 3, what is the maximum difference between any two element? 3 minus 1, that is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. If the maximum difference between any two elements is less than or equal to k, then difference between any two element is also less than or equal to k. So this is something we have to do. And I hope the problem statement is clear to you all. Now what do we have to do here? First of all, we do not need to worry about the size, because size is already given that it's a multiple of 3. But the ranges can go till 10 power 5. So definitely we cannot go with some n-square algorithm. Now how do we create all the pairs? So here, let's say I have created pairs of this array, and here I have 6 elements, which is 3 into 2. So 2 array I'm going to form, bigger array, and these two smaller array of size 3, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Now I want to keep the difference between any two element within this array should be less than or equal to k. Let's say I keep this smaller array sorted. In this case, this is the minimum one and this is the maximum one. Now delta between these two is the delta between any two pair which is maximum. So if that is less than equal to k, it means every single pair, the difference is less than equal to k. In short, we are concerned about the difference between two items. If let's say I have to pick two items out of this array, two items, and if I want to keep the difference as minimum as possible, then what should be my approach? My approach should be like those two elements A and B should be besides each other, should be adjacent to each other in the sorted form, right? If they are besides each other in the sorted form, it means the delta is minimum. Let's say if I take an example of sorted array 1, 2, 5, 7. If I have to choose any two element A and B such that difference between these two elements is minimum, so definitely you are going to choose any two adjacent pairs, right? Let's say if you try to choose this, so definitely the delta is greater. So here in this case, try to go greedy and pick elements in the greedy format. So this greedy approach we can use here, that try to minimize the delta as minimum as possible. So to minimize, if I just try to pick elements in the from the sorted form. Now what is the sorted form in this of this array? 2, 2, 2, 2. 4 times 2 and then 4 and 5. If I take this array and convert it to the sorted form and now try to form arrays of size 3. Now in this case, if I choose, what is the maximum difference? If it is already sorted, just directly pick the first and the last one. Maximum difference is 0. 0 is less than equal to k. And here in this case, 2 and 5. 3 is less than equal to k. But k was 2. So we are not able to form pair with this array. So if it is something like this, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2. So it is 2, 2, 2, 2, 4 and then 4. In that case, yes, we are able to form the answer. So as we are not able to create the arrays, smaller arrays of size 3, so this array got created and this array did not got created because I was having 5 at this place. If I would have taken 4 in my example, then it is valid because 4 minus 2 is 2, which is less than equal to k, which is 2. So yeah, in this case I will just return this whole array, first array, second array within this bigger array, 2D array as my answer. Otherwise I will be returning empty. Okay, because if we are not able to form the pair, just return empty. Now the question is, how do we create these pairs? To create these pairs, I have already discussed that our approach is going to be picking up elements from the sorted form, so that we will try to reduce the delta between two adjacent elements as minimum as possible. So let's try to sort this array 1, 1 and then 3, 3. After that 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Now this is the sorted form and the k is 2. And from the sorted form, keep on picking up elements in the form of in the 3 size block. So if I have to pick elements from a 3 size block, let me do the initialization. I will be putting my pointer to this I equal to 2. And what I will do is, I will create an array and I will check whether the I and the I minus 2, what is the delta between I minus 2, I and I minus 2. Because if I check the difference between these two elements, that is the maximum one, and if the maximum one is less than equal to k, it's a valid pair. Otherwise, directly stop there and return empty array, because the answer is not possible. So I'm going to get the first pair. Last item is 3, first item is 1, that is 2 step backward. So first array is 1, 1, 3. I'm picking it up because the delta is 2, which is less than equal to 2. So just pick it up. And now what I have to do is I have to move my pointer I to this position, which is 1, 2, 3. I plus 3. So what I can do is in my for loop, I can write something like this. I plus equal to 3. Increment my I pointer. My I pointer is going to go at this position. This I. 3, 4, 5. Now I is at 5. Now do the same thing again. First pair is already created. Now we are at second pair. Compare 5 with this 3. If the delta is less than equal to 2, pick this as well. 3, 4, 5. Now I plus equal to 3. I is going to come here. 9 and 7. The delta is 2. Pick this pair as well. 7, 8, 9. And now increment I. I got incremented. Now I is out of this range. It means I have found the answer. Or in other words, if at any moment, if all of my arrays were valid, there is no negative condition met true. So how do I write the algorithm? So first of all, I need to sort it. You can utilize any of the library function to sort it. Let's say array dot sort given array. I'm just writing a pseudo code. You can do it as per your preferred language. So if it is sorted, then I will do the initialization. I equal to 2. I will be at 2 and the resultant array. Resultant 2D array is something like this. This array, and this array is going to be of size n cross 3. And what is this n? N is equal to length of this array divided by 3. So this is my n. I am directly accepting n to the length, or in other terms, to keep it very simple, let's say if we go as per the problem statement, n is equal to array dot length. N is equal to array dot length. The dimension is n by 3 into 3. Now try to form all the pairs. I is initialized with 2 directly in the for loop, so I'm not writing it. I should be less than n. It means for every valid value of I. After that, after my work is done, I will be incremented by 3. Now what is my pair? So I minus 2, I minus 1 and I. These three elements, not pair, triplet. So these three elements are forming my current subarray, current array. And in this current array, how do I check the validity? Just compare the value of this element and this element. If this value is less than equal to k, go ahead, otherwise break it. So I'm directly going to write the negative case. So the value at I minus 2 is greater than k. If it is greater than k, directly return empty array. Empty array, whatever is the approach to mention empty array, just do the empty 2D array. Okay, so this is my negative condition. Otherwise, if this condition is not met, otherwise result dot add this array I minus 2, I minus 1 and I. So here what I did is I did arrays dot sort and then initialize from every single pair and try to pick every pair if it is valid. If it is not valid, then just directly discard it. Here if we try to have a look on the time and space complexity, what is that? See, I am doing one iteration to capture the answer, and before that iteration I have taken sorting. As we are using sorting, so time complexity will go into order of n log n. If you guys are aware, then there are two algorithms, merge sort and quick sort. Merge sort and quick sort, these two algorithms which are able to help us get the array sorted in order of n log n time. And what about the space? Here explicitly we are not taking any extra space, but sometimes in some languages, if you are using inbuilt functions, or even if you are implementing by your own, these algorithms might take some time to sort the array. And let's say quick sort in Java is going to take log and time complexity. So this is a time and space for this approach. Now let's write the code. Let's start writing the code for this approach. First of all, I'm going to capture the size of this array and dot length, and my resultant array will look something like this. Resultant array is a 2D array of size n by 3, and every array in this 2D array is of size 3. Okay, so this is the initialization, and I will be iterating over my array nums once I have sorted it. To sort, I can directly use the collections function arrays dot sort nums. So I have sorted the array, and after that I'm writing the for loop, and I will be starting with 2 because 2 is something like end of the first array, 0, 1 and 2. And I will write the condition, and after every step I will be incrementing it by 3. Okay, I equal to 2, I plus equal to 3, and I should be valid. If I should be valid, I should be less than n. Okay, so this is my first pair. Now I've added the negative condition. If nums of I minus nums of I minus 2, I is 2, then 2 minus 2 is 0. So nums at 2 minus nums at 0, if that value is greater than k, it means it's not a valid input. If the input is not valid, then directly return empty array, new integer. It's a 2D array that we can return from this function, and if it is empty, let's keep the size 0. Okay, now my I minus 2, I minus 1 and 0 is a valid pair. Just capture it. Integer array t is equal to new integer of size 3, t0 is equal to nums of I minus 2, and similar, just capture I minus 1 will go to t of 1, and t of 2 will be mapped to nums of I. So I avoided the loop and directly wrote it something like this. Okay, now this t should be added into this resultant. So this resultant at some index, I should be adding t. And what will be that index? And that index is like number of array. So every time it is let's say I is equal to 2, it means it's going to be adding to the 0th item. So for that, what you can do, you can keep a counter or directly try to extract it, but for now I will just try to write a counter. Let's say j is for that, and j is initially 0. So result of j plus plus is equal to t. I have captured my arrays into result, and at the end return result. And now the code is done. Let's try to directly run to see if there is any compilation error. Okay, so it's working fine. I'm submitting the problem. It got submitted successfully. I hope you understood the approach. The greedy form is that just picking up items who are adjacent to one other in the sorted form, because that will reduce the difference between those two elements. Okay guys, thank you. Bye bye. In case you get any doubt, you can just comment down below and discuss in the Discord community. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.